Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and the greatest in boxing. Now, a fight I'm really looking forward to is happening at one of the meccas of boxing in New York at Madison Square Garden, May 20th. It's a top rank with Lou DiBella, in association with Lou DiBella, and that's Terence "Bud" Crawford, the pride of Omaha, versus Felix Diaz, an Olympic gold medalist from the Dominican Republic. Good fight, man. This puts me in the mindset kind of a Gamboa, another shorter guy who's athletic. When he wants, he throws punches in bunches. And when I say when he wants is because he started off kind of slow in some of his fights, like Lamont Peterson, and then also his Sammy Vasquez. I thought some of those, like the first 3 rounds, I thought he was very economical, but I think that's just his style of fight. Maybe he likes to collect data and fill you out and then see what you got, and then he comes alive. But this is a good fight. It's going to be televised by HBO. And I like it for a few reasons. One, Felix Diaz is no pushover. He beat Sammy Vasquez before Luis Collazo knocked him out. Felix Diaz beat him. Even though at the fight, it was weird. I never seen that, but they incorrectly said it was a draw or said Sammy Vasquez won, and then they reneged and took it back and said, oh, we got our scorecards. We announced it incorrectly or something. And in the end, Felix Diaz was properly awarded. He easily won the fight. So when they first said it was a draw or Vasquez won or whatever they said, I was like, what? Like, this is a super robbery. But they got it right in the end, and they had a Steve Harvey Miss America moment or Miss Universe or whatever that was. I can explain. I'll take full responsibility for this. And he's no slouch. Some people even thought he beat Lamont Peterson. So, I mean, he's definitely there. And the winner of this fight can easily fight Julius Ndongo, who looked good, dominated Ricky Burns, a guy that Terence Crawford had already beat. And that will be for unification and to become undisputed. So whoever wins out of Crawford Diaz is definitely deserving of it. Now, Ego Weight Watchers, or I give you guys a look into the fighter's lifestyle, especially if they have a fight coming up, and before-after progress pictures. I want to talk about the 30-day weigh-in. Terence Crawford is the WBC champion. After he beat Victor Postal, he got the WBC belt, and part of their protocol is you have to do a 30-day weigh-in to make sure you're not too overweight from the actual contracted weight. This is a fight happening at junior welter at 140, so he has to be within a certain threshold. He did pass, and he's weighing 152.4. 152.4. Now, I didn't get to see anything from the WBC about how much Felix Diaz is weighing, but he seems like a small dude, so I don't think he'll have any problems. He seems pretty in shape too, and I haven't heard anything on the contrary. But Terence Crawford is weighing 152.4 at this point, a little less than 30 days before the actual fight. And there's a lot of boxing happening on May 20th, man. A lot of stuff. You got this top rank card, Terence Crawford Diaz, which should be a good fight. And then you also have Tank Davis in the UK. You have Gary Russell Jr. versus Oscar Escandón. That's happening in Maryland. I did an Ego Weight Watchers on their 30-day weigh-in. So a ton of boxing, man. 2017 has been gracious if you're a boxing fan. And I'm looking forward to this fight. Another thing I want to see is Terence Crawford. They put him on pay-per-view with Victor Postal, which we all know that was a good fight, but it shouldn't have been pay-per-view because you can't expect Terence Crawford to carry a name like Victor Postal, who is a good fighter, but he really didn't have a name. Like, he beat like guys like Selçuk Aydin and stuff like that. People aren't gonna really know, even though he had the Lucas Matisse. If you go back and look at the numbers, it didn't do crazy viewership numbers for HBO that particular year. I think it was, don't quote me on this, but you guys can Google it if you do. But I remember vaguely it was like around 400 something thousand, like 424,000 or whatnot. So it didn't have the strongest numbers. So to put that on pay-per-view and expect that to do great, I don't understand the vision with that. So that didn't do good. It bombed on pay-per-view. I covered that fight live. It was a good fight to me because I like to watch Terence Crawford and how he can dismantle guys, right? And it was Postal's opportunity, and his chance to defend his title. It was a unification bout, and he literally did nothing. He didn't know how to circumvent what Terence Crawford was doing. Therefore, he got bullied, knocked down twice, and dominated. So very good, strong standout performance, showing how bad Terence Crawford is. He's a bad dude. But another thing I like about this fight, aside from Felix Diaz not being a pushover, is he's fighting away from home, and they're putting him in the actual main building. They're shrinking it down, the capacity from what it normally carries. I think max capacity for the bigger fight, Golovkin-Jacobs or something like that, is around 19 to 20,000, but they're scaling it down because they don't need that many seats for this type of fight. It's not like Pacquiao versus Terence Crawford. And see, that's the thing. I think if Terence Crawford actually got the Pacquiao fight, I think that would do good numbers. But it doesn't look like Team Pacquiao wants to fight Terence Crawford. So anyway, I want to see what Terence Crawford, what kind of crowd he brings, because his fans from Omaha will have to travel a little bit to get to New York. So I want to see what kind of numbers he does in this arena, and it's a good opportunity to be in the main building. I mean, what fighter? That's like asking a rapper. I remember when Jay-Z did that Fade to Black movie, and he sold out the Madison Square Garden and performed his concert. I mean, you can't. I don't know one boxer who wouldn't want a main event at Madison Square Garden. It's just so many historic fights that have happened in New York in general, but Madison Square Garden, and not even just fights, just so many different historic concerts and events and different things like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Bud Crawford and what he does. So we'll see. Felix Diaz, like I said, I like Felix Diaz too. It's going to be an interesting style mesh. Seeing Crawford in there with someone who's kind of short, squirrely, gets off. He's a gold medalist. So, I mean, there's nothing you can really complain about. Other thing is Felix Diaz have been calling him out via social media for probably 8 months to a year. And then he was even saying Crawford was ducking him. So now you got what you wanted. You got the fight. Let's see what he produces. Let me know what you guys think. May 20th, Ego Weight Watchers. That's where Terence Crawford is at. And I don't really recall a time where either Diaz or Crawford failed to make weight. So we should have a fight on May 20th. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.